News, reporting live in studio. Today, our beloved President, John F. Kennedy, was shot when going down Elm Street in Dealey Plaza before going to get lunch. We've heard reports of the shooter being in the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. The Secret Service agents and the police who were guarding the motorcade seemed to be caught off guard and unable to return fire because they didn't know where the rounds were coming from. Both the president and the Texas governor are being rushed to Parkland Hospital as I speak by Secret Service agents and many units of police officers on their motorcycles. The governor is in critical condition but becoming stable. The condition of the president is unknown, but he is said to be severely wounded. We will keep you updated as reports come in.
From Channel 5 News, I'm Brad Hammer, and good afternoon, San Diego. We have just received breaking news learning that Father Hubert, one of the two priests called into President Kennedy's room, has administered the last sacrament of church to him. We are now receiving confirmed reports that the president is being pronounced dead. At 1 p.m. Standard Time, he has passed away, which is some 30 minutes ago. Vice President Johnson will be sworn in as 36th President of the United States sometime this evening. They also just arrested and identified the shooter as a 30-year-old Lee Harvey Oswald. He was using a .30 caliber Carcano infantry rifle. There were 3 shots fired, 1 missing and 2 hitting the president and the governor. People will remember today as a day to date their lives from. People will ask, where were you when you first heard that President Kennedy was assassinated? It is something that will be instilled in our minds forever on this tragic day. Good day. From all of us at Channel 5 News, I'm your anchorman, Brad Hammer. Stay classy, San Diego. From Channel 5 News, good evening, San Diego. I'm your anchorman, Brad Hammer. We have an uprising story involving the assassination of our President John F. Kennedy. Here's Seymour Butts and Bud Weiser with the story. Take it away, guys.
Good evening. I'm Seymour Butts. Last week, our beloved President John F. Kennedy was fatally shot in the head by ex-military marksman Lee Harvey Oswald.
That's right, Seymour. There have been conspiracies arising around the details of the shooting.
Would you like to inform us of these conspiracies, Mr. Weiser?
Sure. Yeah, sure thing. The first conspiracy involving the shooter of the president is that there was a second shooter sitting on top of the grassy knoll. They believe that it would not be possible for Mr. Oswald to first off shoot 3 shots in the amount of time, and secondly, if he could shoot that quickly, it would have not been inaccurate enough to be able to hit the president.
Very interesting conspiracy. But I do believe that this next one is even more interesting than yours. So, people are conspiring on the idea that now after watching the famous Zapruder film that recorded the president being assassinated, that there was a person known as the Umbrella Man. Many are questioning, why would somebody carry an umbrella on a sunny day? Some people are saying that he was giving signals to a shooter. However, others believe that he could have shot a poison dart from the umbrella since he was so close to the president.
That one was very interesting, but this next story really intrigues me, and I'm sure it will grab your attention too. Many believe that the President Kennedy assassination was organized by the mob. This theory comes from the fact that Kennedy had multiple failed attempts at overthrowing Cuba's leader, Fidel Castro, and that the president's brother, Robert Kennedy, who is in charge of the U.S. Department of Justice, is cracking down on the mafia and other mobs.
That's really neat, bud. But I can assure you that this other developing conspiracy is even more interesting. In fact, many have been on the thought that the Soviets were behind the assassination of our beloved president, Mr. Kennedy. Seems pretty obvious, doesn't it? They could have been involved. Well, first off, we are engaged in a long Cold War with the Soviets, and their leader, Nikita Khrushchev, he was quite disturbed after the Cuban Missile Crisis, so he ordered the hit on Mr. Kennedy. Secondly, Lee Harvey Oswald's connection to the USSR is quite alarming. He has visited there a couple times. His wife, Marina, has a Russian descent. So could have he been working for them? We may never know the truth.
Wow, Seymour, that story really had me on edge. I don't think this last conspiracy people are talking about can top that one. Many conspirators have marked the CIA as the culprit of the president's assassination. Many of their works are secretive among the American people. They are gaining a reputation for high-level political assassinations lately. This may be one of them. One theory suggests that Oswald was a CIA agent and that they had edited files from the FBI to make it look like he was the lone guy in the assassination.
Thanks, guys. Those are some very intriguing stories. Thank you for sharing your knowledge to the public about these forming theories. Could they be true? That's for us to find out. But in the meantime, San Diego, I'm Brad Hammer. Don't have yourselves any night. Have yourselves an American night.